It's Junior with the Junia Project, the 1028 Project. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I am so happy to be here this evening with my Joy Nuggets. Hello there. Very nice to see you. Well, so today, the highlights of today, I don't know. Let's see. I went to work. I worked. I came home. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah. Uh, finished listening to the podcast for the Odyssey Dance Theater in Utah. Um, such a fun, it was so fun to hear Daryl Yeager and Veronica talk about their experiences and how Odyssey grew and developed. And anyway, I spent 9 years with that dance company, doing Thriller and It's a Wonderful Life, a Christmas show, then another show called what do you call it? The Can Club, which was basically we did Moulin Rouge. Version of Moulin Rouge, a dance version of Moulin Rouge, which I thought was phenomenal and amazing. And I wished it would have gotten produced and gone further than it did, because it really was a really fun show, and kind of just on the, you know, anyway, it was a fun show, and I really enjoyed that. We did a week in New York at the Joffrey Theater, I think it was. Anyway, really fun. It was my first New York Times review. So I think last time I told you that I did in Josephine the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, I painted on my abs, and that became kind of like a running joke throughout almost everything that I did with Daryl. So it was like, take my shirt off, draw my abs on. So kind of fun. Anyway, so there was a part in the Can Club that I came out and I was in a Sultan outfit because of the whole, and I had my abs painted on. I thought it was so. Anyway, it was a really fun show. I really enjoyed it. I hope there's some video out there that you can see. But anyway, so the person that wrote the review in the New York Times said, Junior Case is a rotund delight who would be well advised to keep his shirt on. So I never put that last part in my press junket or anything, but I always say Junior Case was a rotund delight, New York Times. So anyway, too much fun. But the gag that I did in Daryl's Thriller was that they did a before the whole controversy and the whole gun control thing. Daryl we just had fun, and people loved and hated the river dance, the Irish step dance. Well, it's because it's very successful. It went on tour, and Michael Flatley did such a great job, producing that company and taking it all over the world. And so, Daryl and I's version of the whole thing was Michael Fatley. Michael Fatley. So I'd come out with black shiny spandex and suspenders, my hair all what I had, a little bit what hair I had. Anyway, so I push it up and golden headband, and I'd come out there, and I'd pose and get shot. And so that was, and then I'd lay on stage as the other dancers got picked off one by one. Kind of fun. Anyway, just such a fun show and such a fun time. Not like I said, 9 years I did that with Daryl, and it was always a pleasure. I wish I could be a part of their productions now. That would be a lot of fun. Anyway, but yeah. But I went on and did Viva Elvis in Las Vegas. That was one of the last times I worked with Daryl. Was right before Viva Elvis. Um, anyway, so yeah, I think. Oh man, fun times. Viva Elvis was an experience. You know, working with Cirque du Soleil was an amazing experience. Didn't get paid really well for the rehearsal time. Uh, I I think I got a stipend or something. Maybe it was really not that much money for rehearsals. Just about enough to get by. I think I don't remember, but I know that as soon as the show started, that's when the money came in, and I'd negotiated not, wasn't terrible. It was pretty good salary for what I'd negotiated, but so there was. We got to Las Vegas, and anyway, maybe I'll have to take some time and really devote some time to this whole story. But short story is that we're in creation. They do a lion's den, and which is where all the executives come and watch what where the show is at. We're about 3 weeks out. And to me, like I've been in so many theatrical shows that 3 weeks out before you open a show and, still having bits and pieces that you're still working on, like that's just a normal show. Like that's how a theatrical show works. You're never really ready until opening night, but they came in and they're like, they hated it. And they really were not. And so I think in the next 2 days, there was 5 actors that were hired initially for the show. So you had me being Colonel Tom Parker. You had my one of my friends, Sheree Adams was Gladys, and then there was an Elvis tribute artist. His name's Leo Days, he's a phenomenal Elvis tribute artist. If you have a chance, you should really check out Leo's work. He does a fantastic job. So there was me, Sheree, Leo, and then 2 other boys that played young Elvis in the show. So I came into work and the next day, and they'd fired everybody except for me. So they fired Gladys, they fired Leo, they fired the 2 boys, and so I was the only one left. And they were like, "Okay, Junior, let's get to work." Oh my gosh! So I called my lawyer and quickly renegotiated. Um, didn't quite get what I wanted, but it was enough. Anyway, so yeah, that was crazy. Just coming to work and memorizing and rememorizing and shuffling scripts around. I think I ended up with a stack of papers, literally like that thick, of scripts and rewrites and all kinds of different. It was really a crazy experience, and it was like. So they delayed the opening of the show until we were supposed to open in December. We had a show in December, but then they stopped and they closed it down till February. So we got another 2 months to work on it, and that was just crazy times. Crazy times. So yeah, out of chaos comes greatness, they say. And so I think we ended up with a pretty good show. Um, it was right after the financial crash. And so 2009, we opened up the show and just, anyway, not a really good time to open up uh, uh, a billion dollar, casino and a multi-million dollar show at the same time. Like it wasn't really, anyway. I don't even know if it would work today. Like it was just such a big show, and we had such big shoes to fill. And oh my goodness, time's up. Oh, love you guys. We'll talk to you later. Peace. See you, my Joe Nuggets. Thank you for joining the 1028 project. Bye bye.